Just LaBoy, the king of toxic himself. I'm back, man. I'm feeling good. Y'all know when y'all see me, it's a fucking problem. You know what I'm saying? Y'all thought I wasn't gonna ever come back, speak. It's my first.
Last time I seen Justin LaBoy, he was on Revolt doing that show. Obviously, Diddy's, in a lot of crazy. But he is one of the people who, his Instagram page has always been like the Bible for. But publicly, he could have done a lot of things publicly because he kind of became a personality outside of the Instagram page. But we saw he kind of chose to align with Kanye. And even at times, he was the person premiering a lot of things for Kanye. But then, at times when Kanye disappeared, it felt like he disappeared. I guess he's now popped up back with a podcast, which, by the way, I love the name of the podcast, The Download. That's actually dope. Except you might have to, have music associated with every episode, but okay. Anyway, his first episode is with Kanye West. We've got a couple snippets already online, but I didn't know this full thing was here. Let's watch a little bit of this. If you're bored, spam it in the chat. If you guys are watching from no matter what platform, if you're watching on YouTube, you have to hit the subscribe button to comment. If you're watching on Rumble, you have to make an account to comment, or on Twitch. Let me know if you guys are bored or should I fast forward or whatever. It's about 58 minutes. I'm going to speed through this a bit. Here we go.
Fucking episode. I got my brother with me, co-hosting. This ain't no interview. We ain't asking him shit. We talking about y'all. Y'all know when y'all see us together, it gets scary. You know what I'm saying? It's a scary moment. Really dope it up. We here, Chicago in here. What's up? Yeah, I don't even got to introduce you. We're not even going to do all this shit. We just going to get straight into it. The hottest shit in the world right now. Let's jump right in. We saw you and your wife out at Disney. Next, we see reports of a battery charge as a result of your wife being sexually assaulted. Wifey okay? What happened? How important is it for you to...
With all due respect, I'm going to skip past the wifey update.
Metro, Drake, Kendrick.
Oh, here we go.
It wasn't okay. Then he saw it wasn't okay. He had to go to bed early, tuck this nigga in.
Okay, so he might still be asleep then.
Yeah.
Chi-town nigga.
I don't know what happened.
He just asleep though.
He had to go to bed early.
Oh, I think Kanye socked somebody out. Okay, so probably I should have played that, right? But it's all good. Let's get to the Kanye's thoughts on the whole thing. By the way, are these teeth? Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you. Kanye's style, I'm at the point where I know I'm not fashionable, so I could never criticize a GOAT like Kanye. But these teeth, are they popping? I don't know. It kind of looks crazy. It doesn't even look dope. But that's me, so I'm not as fashionable as Kanye. Kanye's king. It's all good. Let's talk about, or let's get into him talking about the Avengers beef, or everybody 20v1, everybody versus Drake. Here we go.
Hey man, we're gonna take it over to this rap beef, man. This is the most entertaining rap beef in a few years. We got Future, Metro, Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole, Ross, Chris Brown, Quavo, The Weeknd.
Yeah. What The Weeknd doing? What happened?
I mean, Drake and his people taking shots at The Weeknd. They not really feeling how he's fucking with Metro. You know what I'm saying? Because they all from Canada.
Yeah.
I feel like you started this shit though. It all started from, I feel like, your Instagram post when you was just like, fuck everybody. And everybody's like, you know what? It's up. We all just going at each other. We tired of all the friendly shit. What's your thoughts on the state of hip hop right now?
It's great. It's great for me, I'm always on that time. Sometimes you see, I put the Instagram up. There's nobody finna play with me. I done been through too much of this shit. I done made more money than anybody ever make at this shit. Had more hits, made my own Jordan, fucked every bitch. Shit. I don't care. I invented, like I said, I invented every style and shit. So this shit fun to me, But I'm really into the idea, it's with Drake. That's the whole thing. It's like morality and likability are not connected. They're usually the opposite. Right. Usually the most immoral people are the ones that are the most likable. So if I say I like Drake, it's not because he's a good person. It's because I like him. Right. You understand? Yeah. I got like for everybody. I'm not gonna say love because you got the love that's gonna weaken you. That compromises you. So I got like for everyone, right? And it's just, I think this is a beautiful time. It's like we saving the world. Like you take Drake and Lucian out, that just alters everything because that's such a control thing they had, the algorithm, the way.
Wow. You know what's crazy? Because I've seen a clip on this, and we're going to get to, because I think he's going to say it. He's literally going to just say, yo, this is an attempt to get Drake out the paint. Hey, here's a floating thing, and y'all can write it down. we'll talk about it later. I guess there's a floating theory that all of this is to shake up the industry because Drake has a money glitch. It's the reason why he has a jumbo jet. He has a $100 million mansion up in Canada. He's buying up all real estate. Like, the guy has unlimited money. Like, I've told y'all, Drake legitimately, and I have good authority based on a lot of people who I've talked to who really know this shit. He's the only artist, which means Kanye never did it, Michael Jackson never did it while living. While living. That's very important to note. While living. He's, Taylor might be there at this point. Yeah, Taylor might be there. But we're talking hip hop. So let me actually get Michael Jackson out of it. He's the only artist to make $1 billion off of his music catalog. Now, I'm not talking about going on tours. I'm not talking about anything else. I'm talking about making money from royalties, from publishing, either selling or leasing your catalog, but only from music, not shows. The majority of rappers make their money from doing shows. They usually don't see, other than in advance, any residuals when it comes to their album. Why? Because most of the album, the label structure in hip hop is to keep the artist in debt because all the profits the label wants to, they want to take in an excess amount, because a lot of these contracts are worded differently. Hey, if you're all the way if you've recouped, sometimes the rates change, this and third. So it's always incentivized to the label to keep the artist in debt, right? You don't want the artist to be like, hey, you've earned us back what we invested. You know what the artist is going to say when they audit or when they see those statements? Well, if you gave me $200,000 and I made $2 million, so we literally made $1.8 million in profit, it's not fair that you took $1.7 million of that $1.8 million. You gave me $100,000. Maybe we should have split that evenly, or maybe it should be more in my favor because your loan, I have paid you back. So what the label usually does is, the better you do, they'll re-up, or they'll give you bigger advances, or they'll be like, the open the budget up thing is, yeah, hey, we're gonna give you. I've seen an artist go from being allowed $20,000 a video to now the label is saying you can shoot a video for up to $200,000. Really, they're trying to keep the artist in debt, right? Hey, start getting your debt up because we don't want you to seem profitable. So it's really sometimes could be seen as a Ponzi scheme if you're not slick about it. And this is one of the things I think a lot of the industry have realized about Drake. Number one, he's so dominant. He controls so much that he probably is one of the only artists where the record deal and his situation with the record label at this point is so heavily in his favor, and actually is an artist incentivized deal rather than everybody else who they're pretty much staying afloat. Like, I hate to mention this guy, but actually I do like mentioning him. Meek Mill's going to get mad at me saying that it's me and my propaganda that caused his career to be like in the bushes. But no, he got chewed up by the industry. You became too expensive when they wanted to cut costs. That's a business thing. That's nothing to do with me. They cut your budget. They weren't down to re-sign you. Your career goes to the bottom. Drake has always stayed relevant. They can't really play the games. People always say this, and I'll end my little soliloquy or diatribe by saying this. People always say that 50 Cent's run, which everybody says is like on a short term, like let's say 5-year run. 5-year run. So let's say 2003 to 2008. It's probably the best 5-year run of any fucking artist. Actually, let's go 4 years because, group albums, I don't want to, like, he did the most, the quickest. Now, here's the thing, and he was also the biggest, right? Two diamond albums, right? Back to back. People always say, after he went against Jimmy Iovine, who ran Interscope, right? They basically said, 50, we know he's the biggest, but it's over. And from then on, his career was never the same. You saw him calling out Jimmy Iovine on records, but basically the powers that be, the guys, and by the way, Jimmy Iovine, if we're talking about how the music industry is, when they keep mentioning this guy named Lucian Grange, I'm going to show you this picture, which, by the way, let's just say this.
Get out the way! You're gonna knock Rock out. Get up, Rock. Get up. Situate him. Hey, Rock, kill him, Rock.
Boy, get up! Get up! You got this.
Get up!
I'm sorry. Okay. Lucian Grange, okay? This guy right here, right? This is a guy he was born 1960, okay? He is he's the CEO of Universal Music Group, okay? By the way, Jimmy Iovine, who I told you, let's say he pressed the button to get 50's career a little bit, like, all right, we're done with 50. His boss would have been this guy. So this is the top of the food chain. So when, you talk about Lucian Grange, or when Kanye talks about Lucian Grange and he mentions Drake with him, I would imagine, by the way, all these people are on Republic. I think even Taylor Swift, I can't take that tab out. Taylor Swift, I think she's on Republic too. I think The Weeknd's on Republic. Taylor Swift's on Republic. Post Malone's on Republic. Drake's on Republic. Everybody's on Republic, I believe. Let me just make sure she's on Republic. Like, Republic is the one who... Is it Republic? Am I tripping? I could be tripping. Where is she at now? Yeah, Republic. Republic got all the big wigs. You feel what I'm saying? So we got Drake on Republic. Weeknd on Republic. Post Malone on Republic. Taylor Swift on Republic. You get what I'm saying? All of that folds up under UMG. The boss of UMG is this guy we're going to continue to say, Lucian Grange. So you could imagine, and, I remember 50 Cent was trying to expose, 50 is one of the reasons why I report sales. Salute to 50, I love you. The reason why is that he used to go up on the radio and read out something that was an industry secret. Like, he used to read out SoundScan, right? These days it's ran by Illuminate. But he used to read out SoundScan reports of what people actually sold. That wasn't really supposed to be public. Actually, labels used to pay tens of thousands for access to the data of where their sales was coming from, right? So you have to imagine Lucian Grange, and this is why I brought up the 50 point. 50 said back then, he said, yo, Jimmy Iovine comes to me and says, hey, we're missing 15% of the sales that we projected to get, and it's the fourth quarter. 50, I need you to drop. Because when you drop, you account for, I don't know, I'm making this number up now. I don't remember this part. 20%, right? So I say that to say, Lucian Grange and UMG, think about what I said with Republic. If you think he cares about these other artists, if you think about the Weeknd sales, Drake sales, Taylor Swift sales, Post Malone sales, that's probably about 50% of the music industry. Add everybody else up on the other shit. You know what I'm saying? So there is a working theory that this guy, right, based on the giants of Drake, Taylor Swift, Weeknd, and third, probably has his favorites, probably works really hand in hand with these guys because one Drake album is equal to like 55 other rappers. And that's one of the reasons now Kanye West, who was on Def Jam, who's no longer on Def Jam, he's not in that system anymore. So there's a thought that Lucian Grange, which, by the way, here's another thing too. I'm going down a little rabbit hole. Please stay with me. I know y'all smart. Y'all gonna stay with me. Okay. Why we keep hearing Lucian Grange? Check this out. UMG, Spotify. Look, this is a month ago. Universal Music Group and Spotify. By the way, the boss of UMG is this guy, Lucian Grange. They just did a deal with Spotify for a strategic relationship. You want to hear this relationship? It's basically, I'll sum up this whole press release. You know how artists is leaking snippets? UMG Artists, which again, Lucian is the boss of UMG. UMG Artists is about to be able to preview snippets on Spotify rather than on Instagram and rather on Twitter or TikTok or anywhere else. Now, keep in mind, let's think about this. There was a time in hip hop that people would say radio isn't as viable anymore. It's all about playlists. It's the reason why Rap Caviar, shout out to my man Carl Cherry, is such a huge thing. if you're receiving your access to music through Spotify, who Spotify could get their arm twisted by Universal Music Group. By the way, UMG, they're so gangsta thugged out, they just told TikTok, if y'all niggas ain't down with, if y'all not down with the West Coast, and I'm playing, they say, if you're not down with us, take our fucking music off of it. Look, UMG, TikTok. Universal Music Group basically is telling these motherfuckers, hey, y'all algorithms got to start favoring our shit. Let's keep it a beam. That's what they telling them. So there is algorithms here. And you would imagine if I am the boss of UMG and I have this huge catalog, I got the biggest artists, I could twist Spotify's arm, TikTok arm. I'm going to say, hey, these independent artists, fuck them. You need to make your algorithms, or you need to make whatever to favor our artists. And here's the thing. Who makes the most money for us? Drake, Taylor Swift, Weeknd, and like these other guys who are basically all Republic artists who's just under UMG. So that's a working theory to say the labels have been using algorithms or using their leverage to control algorithms to continue the rise of artists like Drake. And that's why the rest of the artists who aren't Drake, who are saying, damn, we're just like fucking tumbleweed. We got to get Drake out of here. Except they couldn't do it without their cultural influence, right? The Weeknd, well, the Weeknd's kind of in that ilk too. But Future controls the streets. Facts. Like that nigga's makes the hottest street music for the last 10 years. Okay, Metro, he's super popular. He's pretty much controlling the sound of music. We're not going to mention Kanye because Kanye now is independent. Kanye's on a Kanye Zuvi mission. And who else? You have the Rosses and this and third who say, yo, you heard what Ross said in Champagne Moments. Y'all remember this? By the way, one more time. Chad, I'm sorry.
Wait, get up! Get up! You got this.
Get up!
I'm sorry, Chad. Champagne Moments. Here we go. If you remember what he was saying in this song, Ross, he sent a powerful message, I think, to a certain extent to Drake. He basically said to Drake, where you got to in your career, always remember that it took the other people who don't have your power now to stamp you to get there. That's actually an important point. Look, he said, by the way, I respect a lot of, I got a lot of respect for a lot of rappers, but I got one guy, he's my favorite person to rap with, and he saw, okay, that was what Drake said about Ross before. And he says, yo, you ain't never want to be a nigga anyway, blah, blah, blah. He said, unfollowed you, which, by the way, I think this is cap. I think this is cap. Ross, I don't know if you're fully beefing with Drake only because he sent a cease and desist to French Montana. If that's the truth, then we can talk about this later. French Montana still follows Drake. French ain't talking about it. It would seem like you're doing the same thing that you did to Birdman for Wayne. Remember when he was going hard at Birdman for Wayne, and Wayne ended up being cool with Birdman, and now he's still beefing with Birdman? Anyway, look. So this was the important part of this, right? He says, that wasn't the same white boy I seen, nigga, when we were making them early records, nigga, when you were happy to be around niggas and seeing them holding sticks. You owe motherfucking stun of your life, nigga. Give Weezy some more money. Give Rap-A-Lot some more money, white boy. I'm gonna just take that, and I want y'all to think about what I've just said. Yeah, these guys aren't in the position where they're that much valuable as Drake. But one thing we could probably say about what Rick Ross is saying, he's saying you owe a lot of people more than what you're probably giving back, because without us giving you the stamp of, okay, Rap-A-Lot gave him the stamp of, Drake basically claims Houston like a second home. Birdman basically was giving Drake that support of, yo, this my young nigga, and whatever he say, go. Wayne obviously was like, this my protege, he's gonna take off. They're basically saying that a lot of people gave Drake cosigns for Drake to get in the position. Without that cosign, like, think about this and notice to this guy, but think about Jack Harlow, right? Not saying Jack Harlow's as talented as Drake, but if those things don't align with Drake, right? Let me ask you this question. If Drake doesn't have a Wayne cosign, remember Wayne's the hottest nigga, 09? Hottest nigga. 08 into 09, Drake, Wayne's the hottest nigga. If Wayne at that time doesn't co-sign him, Stunner, who we all know the Cash Money and what that means and everything else, if that's not around him, right? If all these other street rappers, and by the way, even up on including Future in 2015, if they all don't surround him and basically try to show him love like, yo, hey, he one of us, does Drake become Drake? Now, that question I think intuitively you'd probably have to ask, is Drake rapping so good it wouldn't have mattered? Or did those cosigns need to be there to get him to where he needed to go? You guys can answer that question, but that's what I took from that. Anyway, we're going to go back because we kind of strayed off topic a little bit. Okay, cool. So we've gotten back to Lucian Grange. Lucian Grange, we keep hearing that. I'm sorry. I went on a little diatribe, but back to Kanye sitting with Justin LaBoy, and let's keep it going.
That they work together to fix the numbers and all that. You know, they
Them
have
two are working together.
for everyone, right? And it's just, I think this is a beautiful time. You know, it's like we saving the world. Like you take Drake and Lucian out, that just alters everything because that's such a control thing they had, the algorithm, the way that they work together to fix the numbers and all that. You know, they
Them
have
two are working together.
absolutely. Like we're gonna name this nigga after a dragon, some demonic shit like Drake and all this type of shit. Like we're gonna change your name, actor, and do this and shit. Because it's like, you know, in their heart of hearts, like whether it's like Tubbs and this and that, all of Canada, they love Ye and shit. And I'm invincible. Like even if I died, I wouldn't die and shit. I'm like, so, and I'm tired of this nigga fucking with me and
Yo, this is ego right here. God damn, Ye.
and do this and shit. Because it's like, you know, in their heart of hearts, like whether it's like Tubbs and this and that, all of Canada, they love Ye and shit. And I'm invincible. Like even if I died, I wouldn't die and shit. I'm like, so, and I'm tired of this nigga fucking with me and all this shit, man. So the fact that these niggas is coming together finally, because it's not just about the elimination of Drake, you know, it's like, like we're gonna tear the head off whoever they got that they thought was in control of all this shit. Like look at this, it's like they running the numbers, they running on radio, they got the smash, and then, you know, it's like now they not playing Lil Wayne no more because he ain't, you know, he's not directly connected with Lucy. And then they go and like buy the Cash Money shit out. Then they like pick and choose who they want. Oh, we're gonna have Migos 1 week, and then we're gonna have.
Okay, let me add a little bit more context. Again, I'm not agreeing with anything, but there is industry talk happening that I'm trying to decipher for y'all. So remember, I actually just seen a video of it today where someone was like, let me see if I can find the video. Basically, Birdman was like, he never allowed anybody. Can I find it? Birdman. It was a video. Let me see. Okay. I got it. Let's go to Twitter. Let's use. Nah, I can't get rid of this clip. Nah, this is too good. This is too good. Chat, I need this on the soundboard. I don't care what y'all say.
Wait, get up! Get up! You got this.
Get up!
I need this on the soundboard. Okay. If you go to Twitter and you just type in Birdman own anything. And I'm just giving you a quick story. You know, by the way, some of you guys are smart. If you watch me, you are a historian when it comes to this. Let's see if we can find the part. I probably can't find it here. Where is that part of the thing? Oh, shit. I probably can't find the direct thing. Okay, I wanted to play his own words. He basically was saying that he never allowed. Do I have a timestamp? I probably don't. Okay. Essentially what he said, yo, he owns all the masters that ever came out on Cash Money. He never allowed the labels to own anything. He signed a historic deal. You know, people remember Master P and a few others, but really, like, he's the most successful. I call Birdman the Phil Jackson of the music industry, the guy who has been relevant and won titles in multiple different generations, but also, like, he did it his own way. The labels had to really, like, acquiesce to what he wanted to do because he was a different beast. That is Birdman. He deserves all the credit. Now, he said he never allowed the labels to own anything, right? And I wish I had the clip. Fuck. Regardless, this is supposedly what happened. You know, obviously, like, you know, he admitted to, like, his accountant wasn't the best, this and third. And with that happening, you know, later he ran into some issues, most notably with his son, Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne was like, yo, you owe me money. This ain't right. That ain't right. Blah, blah, blah. it became such a heated situation that Universal allegedly decides to step in. Who's the boss of Universal again? Lucian Grange. He steps in. He says, yo, we're going to bail you out because Birdman's a nigga. He wasn't trying to pay that shit. You know what I mean? Like, he was like, you know, of course, he loves his son, quote unquote, but he's like, I don't know if I owe no $50 million. Hold up now. And basically, Universal came in and said, yo, there's a lot of shit wrong here. This is what we're going to do. We're going to take the L. We're going to pay Wayne. And this is what's going to happen. All the contracts you have of these guys, we're going to take. So that's why Drake is now on Republic, because Republic used to have Cash Money under it. And so Drake used to drop under Young Money, Cash Money, then Republic. But then after this whole thing got dissolved, after Universal said they'll pay the tab, Drake goes directly to Republic. Same with Nicki Minaj. Birdman doesn't have to pay. Wayne gets paid. But that's what you're hearing. That's what you're hearing Kanye allude to, because after Wayne gets paid, it becomes almost a very different situation where, you know what I mean, are you that valued of a commodity if you don't have the Cash Money leverage where you could leverage all these other artists? We now have the artists directly signed to us, Drake, Nicki, this and third. So this is what you're hearing. He's kind of alluding to. I know y'all smart, I didn't go over your head, but just want to give some clarification. Let me play.
Because he ain't, he's not directly connected with Lucy. And then they go and like buy the Cash Money shit out. Then they like pick and choose who they want. Oh, we're going to have Migos 1 week, and then we're going to have Future this, then we got 2 Chainz this, that, and they always pick somebody. Oh, then we're going to have 21 Savage. You know what I'm saying? It's like they always pick somebody from Atlanta. I'm from Atlanta. I was born in Atlanta.
Right.
Whatever,
How did that even happen though? Like, I mean, before we even get into what happened, who is Lucian Grange? Like, who is he? Because people don't know who he is, and I feel like you have to be higher up to know exactly who he is, and you've got to that level.
He's still higher. He's still a higher gun. He's just like a nigga handler. Like, he just control like Universal. He run it for him, but he ain't no overboss or nothing like
so
that.
He not no billionaire nigga like Ye.
Yeah, I mean, like, but he
like
got a billion. You know what I'm saying? His money is like infinite. It's a form.
No, Lucian definitely got billions.
Energy is a tool and shit. Right. It's like, but he is someone who, in the constructs of where niggas have been placed, Native Americans, all the combination, because my grandmother's Indian. Like, you know what I'm saying? They don't put that in the schools that they indoctrinate us into, because you chief, then you chief. They ain't gonna teach you that you chief. They're gonna like give you a contract, rap contract, basketball contract, say you king, but you only king to a certain limit, as long as you don't get out of line. Okay. You king type shit. So
no, for sure. I mean, obviously, Kendrick dropped the Like That verse. Drake dropped the push-ups just a minute ago. He put it on all DSP, so he's really standing on his disc.
Yeah.
Have you heard both of them?
Yes, I heard it.
What do you think Kendrick's gonna do now? Do you think he got some shit for Drake? Who do you think wins that
I
battle?
win. I got some shit for Drake, and don't nobody want it with me.
Hold up, what you mean you got some shit for Drake?
That's
You got
of
some
course.
shit for Drake?
It's
like right now, like you got some shit ready for Drake. Until we listen to the shit you got.
I
for Drake?
shit on him. Fuck him. Like I told you, I put the shit in. I said, fuck this nigga.
God damn. Yo, you can tell Kanye. Again, I don't know whatever happened behind the scenes. Like, we could go down a whole rabbit hole of why they were having issues, the whole Adonis shit, whatever. It kind of goes even further than that. Also, some stuff with Kim and, rivals become idols and all that. Idols become rivals, all that type of stuff. But I'm going to be honest with you. There was a time that we thought that Kanye was being bullied by Drake. And you could tell the way how Kanye jumped out this time, he couldn't wait to get Drake back, right? By the way, why do teeth look like this, bro? Anyway.
It's fuck this nigga, and I like him. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, it's always like fuck this nigga, the little slick shit he be doing, fuck all that, and that's what it is. But I did do this Like That remix though. I think that's what you was want to lead into and shit. Let me see.
You got the Like That remix. I don't believe Ye jumped on the Like That remix.
We had to get the hooligans up here. We gonna take this pussy nigga out. Yo,
Okay. We're gonna fast forward the music shit.
The visual.
Drake soul.
Okay.
That was
y'all
my choice.
was friends.
We were not excited. We was energized.
I mean,
okay. Let me go back a little bit.
This shit is crazy.
Oh, yeah. Pluto called me. I went to the studio, laid that, and then we, went through the, the creative process, adding the chords, and called the hooligans, called them out in London to get on the joint. And, everybody was very, very excited about the elimination of Drake.
Hey, by the way, that is it was so crazy for me to hear that. And, I've always said, even when I never think Kanye's lying. Like, Kanye's one of them people, he might be misled about things, but I never think he's speaking because he's trying to mislead us. I think he's always speaking his honest truth and what he believes is going on, not just lying to manipulate people, right? Now, is he the type of person who would be like, yo, you're paid by Adidas? Yeah, he probably cynical, but I do think anytime he speaks, he's speaking from a place of his truth. Now, with that being said, you know what caught me off guard with him saying that? I think in everybody in what we're called the Avengers going against Drake, the one thing we've all said is, if anybody he could get cool back with, we're talking about Drake, we think it's Future. Like, yeah, they're probably beefing over some bitch. It's not that serious, but we all assume that it could kind of come back together with Future. Him and Future have so many different records. They have a album together. They have diamond records, multiple diamond records together. Also, even when Future dissed Drake, let's go to that. Future, which song did he diss him on? Could y'all name me the song that he dissed him on? We Don't Trust You lyrics. Was it the intro song? Where he says, you my number one fan, dog? Yes. Which, by the way, if you listen to this whole thing, right? If you listen to this whole thing, he's basically just saying we don't trust people, we don't trust people. Then he goes into this Drake diss and he says, yo, you a nigga number one fan, dog. Sneak this and I don't understand, dog. It was almost like those two lines kind of tell me like he's like, bro, I don't got a problem with you. Why you sneak this at me? Right? I ain't gonna lie, you a nigga number one fan, dog. To me, I read that as, I don't know, Drake might be like, no disrespect and whatever. Drake might be love bombing these niggas. You get what I'm saying? Like, yo, you the greatest. Like, yo, you the best ever. Like, I would imagine Drake probably do love bomb these people. Like, I'm pretty sure Sexy Red feels love bombed by Drake. Like, yo, I love you. You're the best. You're like, yo, here's a watch. Here's some money. You're the best. Like, he posts her every 20 seconds. Like, sometimes these artists could be getting love bombed, right? So I guess if things don't turn out well or they kind of fall apart, they're like, bruh, yo, you was just like my number one fan type shit. That's how I'm kind of processing, right? So sneak this and out on a stand, dog. Pillow talking, acting like a fed dog. That's actually an interesting narrative about Drake because Drake raps in, even though he raps about like being in love and like relationships and being hurt, he almost kind of comes across as a playboy more than that, like a playboy that's facetiously looking for love. Not really, but he acts like he's looking for love. We don't see Drake as like the tender dick nigga who's like fucking, yo, your Future, he a hoe type shit. Like he doesn't come across like that. So when we see this, pillow talking, acting like a fed dog, instead like a fed, that's also an interesting line. I don't need another fake friend, dog. That's another scathing line. It's like, feels like Future's down to say, bruh, I don't need us to act like we friends if you doing this. Can't be by the hoe because we sharing, dog. So I guess he's questioning why the hell like is this happening? So he can't be by the chick. He's like, you're in your feelings, nigga, while you playing. By the way, this is also a shift from why we thought these two were beefing, right? This is a shift because there was rumors that that Future felt a certain type of way. We didn't hear how Drake felt. That Future felt a certain type of way that Drake didn't do the follow-up sequel to What a Time to Be Alive with him, and instead he did Her Loss with Savage, right? So it says, oh, you in your feelings while you playing, dog, give her back shot. Like, by the way, even then, it's still not disrespectful, just basically saying, bro, you kind of coming off fake, bro. You talking shit behind my back, right? You know what I mean? Like, he ain't really. Bubble Hours. Is any of this going at Drake? This other shit? Anyway, cool. Let's go back to this.
Yo.
Again, I say all that to say I'm surprised that Future, like I would think Future is passively playing a part in this. Not Future is like, yo, yay, come on, we about to get this pussy nigga Drake out of here, right? I don't think none of us like peg that at Future. We think it's Metro. Shit, I'm down to blame The Weeknd before I blame Future, but maybe it is Future.
Not excited, we was energized.
I mean, it's a lot to take in. Because like you said, you like people. You and Drake was neighbors once one time.
That wasn't my choice. Okay.
Oh.
That was my choice.
Y'all was friends. He was your little bro at one point. Y'all was. As far as I seen from the outside looking in.
I need a massage somewhere on my neck.
So y'all did the Hoover concert together. Me and the rest of the world thought y'all were back cool. What happened after that? Like, what happened after that to where y'all didn't? Because I thought once that concert happened,
It cuts Drake's soul. It's like he signed his soul to the devil to not be cool with me, to have to, like, this is his job to go against God.
wow.
And it cuts his soul.
But what is it specifically about Drake that everyone hates? I just have to know that because it's like
Great
for
question.
everybody, all of the great Weeknd, Pluto, Metro, Ross,
Kendrick.
Kendrick.
Yeah.
Like there's something obviously wrong with this one individual that no one wants to speak about, and I feel like you're the only person that's gonna really put it out there.
Hey, you say rich baby daddy, it's like Drake has a rich baby daddy named Lucian and
Which, by the way, this goes into a theory that recently Ross kind of called cap when Joe Budden podcast said it, because Joe notoriously, like me and Joe, we've been on the phone trying to figure out, like, because I even said, should I even ask Drake himself? I said, Drake, why all these niggas hate you, bro? Like, what did you do? Right? It can't be because you fucked all their bitches. Like, what did you do? You know, obviously he told me, what did he tell me? He basically was just like, bro, like, I guess they just tired of me winning. I don't know. Like, you know, I'm maybe he knows the answer, he just didn't tell me, or maybe he just don't know. I don't know. But I remember talking to Joe about it too, and Joe was just like, yo, act like, nah, it can't be about girls. It's got to be something deeper. And, you know, you hear these things bubble up. Oh, it's about some business shit, publishings. It's about how they're always getting lil broed on an industry, whatever level. But then he'll show them love different. Like, I don't know. I really don't know. But anyway, Joe Budden, I want to give him credit for that take. And it looks like Kanye's kind of almost agreeing with that when he's bringing up Lucian Grainge.
All of the great Weeknd, Pluto, Metro, Ross,
Kendrick.
Kendrick.
Yeah.
Like there's something obviously wrong with this one individual that no one wants to speak about, and I feel like you're the only person that's gonna really put it out there.
Hey, you say rich baby daddy, it's like Drake has a rich baby daddy named Lucian and Universal.
Wow.
He's like, you know, like, man, my daddy got it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, my daddy controlled the spins. My daddy got the DSPs. My daddy, Drake has a rich baby daddy named Lucian.
So all of his streams in the number ones is controlled by someone named Lucian.
Well, Lucian worked for people who control the banks in Africa, who keep, you know.
Oh my God.
Think about
What's a download?
We had Black Wall Street, we had Harlem, we've been gentrified, and we ain't really been pulled together since, other than to maintain what they call the black vote, which you don't have an opinion in the vote. And then they get all these celebrities, they go on TV like, you know, we got a problem with his political opinion. He's out of control. He's bipolar. He's anti-Semite. He's whatever they want to call somebody to try to get people to not listen or have, you know, take away the influence. But look, it's just, I'm God. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
I'm back here again. I'm letting y'all know what it is. It's like, it's not, it ain't even shit. It's like, this is what it is. I've returned, you know?
Yeah. There you have it. Ye is the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Just change the AT to a D.
hold on. He's God. You on your real God level shit. You standing on it. So how you
Yeah.
feel when people like Ross get involved in this shit? Like, have you been keeping up with that part, or you just on some shit like I'm God?
You know, I said the like and love. It's like, I would say I love Ross. There's certain people I like and certain people I love. I understand that says that's, you know, sort of, you know, Ross, you know, at that point, I've extended that level of a branch to say like, man, I really got love for Ross. And it's like, you know, I haven't been keeping up like that. I was they call me, you know, I'm sitting up there, sitting in heaven and shit, and then they say, God, come hop on this and shit. And it's like, here we go, the voice of God.
Yeah. Now, how does that make you feel though? Like knowing you're that great because you had Carnival that was number one.
God damn. Yo, has Kanye ever had like a moment where like he's like, oh nah, you know, humbly, like, you know, like that was a hot song, these guys killed it, I was just trying to like keep up with them. Like this nigga say, yo, I was sitting in heaven. What?
And then the next number one after that, then they call you to be a part of what I believe is gonna be another number one. Does that make you?
Yeah, it feels good. You know, I had to come, you know, I had to come and do my job. Right when I heard, I was like, yo, Kendrick shifted the energy. You know what I mean? Like we brought out Vultures number one, Carnival's number one. It was like it was our birthday every day.
Yeah.
Then they had this, like Metro, what he did with the beat. You know, I feel about Pluto, most influential.
Yeah.
And then you got Kendrick on it too. Like people hit me like, listen to this right here. And I was like, okay, they shifted the energy. It's like we had to get to work.
Yeah.
So I'm up here working, and I just get like the back call or the like, yo, get on. It's like, word. It's like,
It's up.
you know, life is made for me to win. You know?
Nah, man, we love that. But you know, before we change subjects, J. Cole apologized to Kendrick.
Ooh,
Fuck all that pussy shit.
Oh shit.
Fuck all that shit.
There you have it.
Yo, fuck all that shit, man. Because it's like that nigga J. Cole went on tour with Drake.
Yo, why? Yo, J. Cole. Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you. I hope that nigga is in somewhere secluded with no Wi-Fi. Yo, everybody, there's not one person who's like, yo, nah, I fuck with J. Cole. They just, they're using J. Cole as a new definition of pussy. They're using him as a new definition of pop shit and apologize. He said, fuck all that pussy shit.
Life is made for me to win. You know?
Nah, man, we love that. But you know, before we change subjects, J. Cole apologized to Kendrick.
Fuck all that pussy shit.
Oh shit.
Fuck all that shit.
There you have it.
Yo, fuck all that shit, man. Because it's like that nigga J. Cole went on tour with Drake. He know what it is. It's like, nigga, you can't run now. It's you also. All this like.
It's up for Cole too.
If you say Cole, you can't say up and Cole in the same sentence.
Oh,
It's like,
Are apologies even allowed in rap beef though?
I don't know.
I've never
man.
seen no shit like
I
that
just
before.
I don't listen to J. Cole, so I wouldn't even know. I just heard he had a song called False Idols, and somebody told me it's halfway about me. So it's like that, you know.
Wow. There you got it, man.
Yeah.
When we talk about music, we're going to always talk about the GOAT. Ye's the GOAT. I mean, he's the only one who got the raps, the production, just everything that embodies this shit.
The
man.
money, the taste.
Oh, the money. Yo, why
Yo.
nobody, hold on. Why nobody ever beefed about, like, Ross and Drake arguing about money in houses? Why nobody ever came at you about money?
Because I made the most, and we're gonna make the most again. You know, it's like
Everybody leave Ye alone when it come to money.
And then it's like I got my mind. They try to throw me out my mind. They try to medicate me. They really tried to physically take me off of this planet. And I'm here. Like you got all that bipolar and the medication and turning me fat and all the reputation shit. That's like Tupac shot up in the elevator. So
You
now
looking healthy right now, too, though.
Exactly.
I know, yeah.
Exactly. It's
You in shape, nigga.
yeah.
It's up. Man, we're going to move on to the next subject. Once again, this is the Download Podcast. My co-host today, the greatest living artist, the greatest living human. Yeah, you niggas cannot afford him to even do anything. It's my brother, though. He pulled up. We moving on now. We got the NBA. We got gambling. Ye doesn't really watch much TV, but we're going to run this by him. There's a Toronto Raptors
Nah, nigga, we gotta get back to the hip hop shit. Hold on.
on tour with Drake. You didn't feel no way about Dirk.
And niggas is like, yo, y'all should meet up. Blah, blah, blah. I don't really. It's like, that's all the whole friends enemy. I hit him up. I said, you know, like the house in the hood.
It's my brother, though. He pulled up.
Oh yeah. I thought we were about to talk about NBA. I'm like, hell nah, nigga, stick to rap.
We moving on now. We got the NBA. We got gambling. Ye doesn't really watch much TV, but we're going to run this by him. There's a Toronto Raptor player named Jonte Porter. He received a lifetime ban from the NBA for violating gambling rules. Is it hypocrisy that the NBA promotes gambling through platforms like PrizePicks and FanDuels, but a ban a nigga for trying to get his money up while he's on an NBA minimum contract? Imagine you get banned for life.
Fuck the NBA.
There you have it.
You know my feelings about that. They just controlling niggas. They like, you know, like the house in the hood where you learn to play basketball. The same people that own that house own the house that you get if you make it to the NBA. Let you get out of line, they're gonna send you back to that old house. But if while you in line, they like, oh, you could buy a house for your mom, you could buy a house for your family, and most people gonna stay in line on that. They control by the money. I'm that, that's what it is. NBA is cool. You know, I'm happy to been able to see Michael Jordan when I was growing up, and that was inspiring up to a certain level. But
Okay. Yeah, there you have it. Yeah, he says, fuck the NBA.
I remember seeing Kobe at a ski resort after I made New Slaves. He said, that's all we are, is high-priced slaves.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? But placebos and nocebos, you what a man think he is. So, we not the slaves. We are the kingdom, and I'm the head of the kingdom.
Yeah, how does it feel to be the head of the kingdom?
It always felt good, but, just to, like, plant your feet there and know that we run this shit, and Lucy don't run this shit, and it's the same spirit of Mike and Prince, Kendrick. Like, this the spirit. This is what we own. This is what we own. This is what I'm on. Period. Ain't nobody scared of nothing. We done been through everything, and that's it. Nobody better play with me. Like, for instance, Dirk sent in a verse, and he said, take my Yeezy shirt off and make it a domat. And he said it 4 times. Yeah, Lil Durk said this. I hit him up. I said, you're breaking my heart.
Wow.
Who told you to do this. I'm like, I don't know if it's a legal thing that happened, and I'm trying to sit with the man. I'm like, man, this is bad for the city. Who told you to do this, bro? It's just like when J. Cole did the diss track or whatever. It's like, it's one thing, you got Drake. It's like he's really paid to come and do whatever he does and shit, come on my neck, all this type of shit. Right. But it's another thing for somebody like that to come around you. It's like, that's all the whole friends, enemy kind of talk and shit. Like,
but Dirk was on Vultures though.
Yeah,
he
but
was rocking with you. So you telling me he really not rocking with you?
He must have never really liked me or whatever. I don't know exactly what it is, but I spoke to this man a few times about, the line. Then he changed the line. Then he changed the line to, I take my Yeezy hat off and get my little hoe that. And I'm just like, why y'all think y'all could play with me? See, they think I'm like, he's gonna get hyped up. Let's watch him. Like, people try to like take your kids and, give you a rap bar, say.
Yo, yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I don't hate to break the news to you, and I don't know no private information, but it looks like Dirk is Team Drake. I'm sorry to say. I know you're from Chicago. I know you claim you're God. I know, like, you created Chicago, and you basically brought drill to the scene. You did shout out Chop recently, which I was a little bit surprised by. Salute to Chop. Where Young Chop been at? You feel me? Young Chop told us about all this Diddy shit before everybody, right? Anyway, we'll get back to that. But yeah, it looks like Dirk is Team Drizzy. I'm sorry to tell you, buddy.
Some lines. It's like.
Are you disappointed in Dirk? Honestly, like let's speak real. Like, you my brother. You disappointed in Dirk?
I'm not disappointed. It's like, man, niggas is like, y'all should meet up. Blah, blah, blah. I don't really listen to that much rap. No way. I don't know nobody. I don't know nobody fucking raps, man. I don't even know my own raps. I fucking put a mask on. I ain't grab a microphone. I don't listen to that shit, man. Yeah. Period. I don't listen to nothing, man. I'm just God. Period.
Damn. That's what you want. You stand on that. Because you have to feel it. Obviously we spoke about Drake earlier. Dirk went from Vultures to on tour with Drake. You didn't feel no way about Dirk. I mean, you could be like, we could be vulnerable with each other. That shit was heartbreaking to you, bro.
No, it didn't break I ain't had enough heart into it for it to break my heart. It wasn't that much of it. But it didn't break my heart. But when they sending over these verses and saying, like, I cut my Yeezy, I can't even, like, I want to say it was unbelievable, but at this point, any and everything is possible. Anything and everything is possible. So it's whatever, man,
Right. Okay. So my next question is, are industry plants really a thing? Because we hear about Illuminati industry plants. Are industry plants really a thing? And if so, can you give me an example? Because you be talking about people that are plants. I need you to really describe what an industry plant is and who's like the head of the industry plants.
I don't really know who that. They never let me in on it. It's like people do cocaine. They go to the bathroom. They don't invite me because I don't do cocaine and shit, So it's like they probably see like, oh, this nigga got the spirit of his dad. He not gonna be controlled or moved by money. It's like when people go to the league, it's if your dad is too far in your life, and I know they promote the Steph Curry shit, but they don't pick people whose fathers are too much in their life, because they're less controllable. Because Absolutely. The thing about a woman is a caretaker, so they're gonna be like more controlled by the idea of having the food on their plate now. Yeah. So if you do the welfare system, take the fathers out their home, and then give welfare, especially if you got 5 kids in the home. Now the welfare is in control. Now Instagram is in control. Now TikTok is in control. Now Reddit is in control. Now Snapchat is in control. Now just the idea of likes and all that it has a certain amount of control. Right. And you get the kings and the chiefs and all that. You try to tear down their reputation. You try to come and take them, lock them up. Anybody who ain't play by the rules or play by the game or whatever, So,
right. And when you say you wasn't invited to these parties, obviously Cat Williams done talked about these parties. People will mention.
I don't know if it's a party. I'm saying that metaphorically. You know what I'm saying?
But you've heard about the parties that everyone is talking about. But you've never got invited to them. So
I don't know. Really... I don't know. I don't even know what the party. That's how far out of it I am. I don't know. But people call me Illuminati too. It's like, call me what? Okay, cool. I'm Illuminati. Whatever it is. It's like whatever the fuck. I don't care. I really don't give a. I really don't give a fuck.
There you have it. What made you drop Vultures during that time specifically? And what was it about the whole situation? Because listen, you can say what you want, but I know there's a reason why you did that when you did it. Can we speak about that today?
Fate, astrology. No, not fate, but astrology. That was a good date. It's like you can't deny it. You just can't deny astrology. People could give you like all these dates for whatever religion they want to shove on us and shit like that, but you just can't just follow the dates. When God shit come, God That's what it is.
Yeah.
You know, especially because it ain't wasn't on no label where they could turn it down no more. They've been trying to turn it down since Taylor Swift.
Right.
You know, that's why I say since Taylor Swift, since I had the rolling on the wrist, I'm the new Jesus, bitch. I turned water to Chris. This for what they did to Chris. They can't do shit with this.
Wow.
Because Chris is a god. You know, that's I mean,
Who's
look
Chris?
at Chris Brown.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Look for what they did to Chris.
That's
But
what I mean. Yeah.
You think we're gonna ever? We could be honest. Is one of your goals to perform at the Super Bowl halftime at any point?
I mean, if
Obviously,
I
you're
own-
not like
if I
nice
own-
enough to be like considered, but is that like a childhood goal of yours to
Yeah, but
perform
who
at Super
sets the
Bowl?
goals? Who says you want to be like Christ or like Mike? Who sets those goals for you? You know what I'm saying? All of these are like forms of brainwashing. I just lean into the opportunities. You said you wanna run this interview, and you know what it is. Since the day we met, we've been on that like
Always on that time.
yeah, always on that time. And we the
Yeah.
programmers because humans is the real iPhones.
No, for sure.
So the people that can, you know, have you like saying a line over and over or singing something, or you see a way somebody is dressed or colorway, or even like the way a girl is shaped or something, or a new car shape, that's the new form of programming. Now with this, you know, with the World Wide Web, it's like
Yeah.
that international influence. Why somebody want to pull up? Why somebody want to go to Dubai? Why they want to go to Japan? Why they want to come to America? All those ideas. Why they want to see something on TikTok? All of those ideas, that influence, we sit in it, and somehow, some way, I'm still sitting here at the head of it.
The
you know?
top,
Yeah.
number one albums, number one singles, the greatest.
Number
Festivals.
one bitch. You know, my bitch,
oh,
my bitch is the most
I can't
influential
call her
bitch on the
that,
planet.
but
Yeah,
she's the
my
most-
wife.
Well, your
Yeah.
wife is the,
Yeah.
is the
Yo, Kanye's crazy. Yo, I've never heard his wife even talk.
best dressed.
Yeah.
She's like the
best
face.
best undressed.
Oh shit, I can't.
Oh shit.
I cannot speak on that. But okay, your wife, the best dressed, best undressed.
Yeah, I fuck with Justin LeBoy. I'm wondering, yo, being friends with Kanye is probably like walking on pins and needles. Like like anything you say, I feel like Kanye is quick to like shut you the fuck up or correct you, and like that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, he's doing the interviews. Like, all right, let's talk about NBA. Fuck the NBA. All right, never mind. Let's get back to what you wanted to talk about. Yo, it's Kanye, man.
Every woman you get with is the best dressed and undressed at that time. Am I right? Am I wrong?
Hey, I'm wondering if you're interviewing Kanye as Justin LeBoy, do you have to just like kind of massage his ego the entire time? And maybe I would be like, yo, act, this is exactly how you'd be with Drake or some shit. Or could you like just give some pushback? Like, you know, like, yo, hey, Kanye, you know you're kind of wilding with like, yo, your girl is basically wearing a latex condom outside every day, bro. Like, bro, what's up, man? Like, could you say that, or you just gotta agree with me? Yeah, she's the best dressed, most influential, which is like, dog, your ex is still way more influential than your current wife. No disrespect.
I cannot deny.
Okay, cool. If you take the two best dressed and undressed women that ever been in your life, matter of fact, fuck that, I'm a straight shooter. You, your wife, who's one other woman y'all gonna have a threesome with? You can pick anyone in the world. It's just one person. I think I know what you're thinking, but I'm not even gonna say no names. I just want to see what you would think.
Michelle Obama. Gotta fuck the president's wife.
There you have it. Yeah, Michelle Obama. I don't think that's the legit answer, but that's the answer for today. Music festivals dying down. I think the way you're doing these listening events are really destroying festivals. I think they're destroying live concerts because people are really seeing something new and they're falling in love.
All right, this is cap. Yo, Justin LeBoy, bro. Bro, pick the KY jelly up, gang. Like, whoa, bro. Yo, Kanye West listening sessions is not killing festivals. Bro, what's going on, bro? Yo, what the fuck? Yo, Kanye's complaining he can't book a stadium, bro. Like, with all due respect, the nigga's complaining he can't book a stadium. You know what I mean? Like, he's not destroying nothing.
Love with it. Because I've been to a lot of concerts and performances, and the artist or whatever might say 2 or 3 random things, but they don't finish the verse. Coachella, this is the first time I've ever seen no one speak about Coachella. How do you think Coachella has died down?
Now, what I will say about Kanye, because, you know, I'm trying to be very objective. Kanye is the epitome. Like, you know, I've been to many rap concerts. I told you Travis Scott is, like, out of this world. Like, he takes performing to another level. Kanye West is a whole nother level. And Kanye West performances and live events, I've always said that I wish a lot of artists could take on some of what he does with the presentation of music. But do I think it's destroying the very fabric of some of these other things? No. I just think that we're just getting mediocre shit, and Kanye West does care more about these things than these other people. That's why we haven't seen top tier, out of this world, like performances, which, you know, that's what Kanye is kind of known for. So I'll definitely say we haven't seen the best versions, but I won't say since Kanye doesn't do it, they're dead.
Like, what do these music festivals have to do to become more important to artists like yourself?
Hand them over to me. I'll take care of it.
Wow. Imagine Coachella being ran by Ye. And then another thing.
I like Justin LeBoy. No matter what Kanye West, he's like, wow, profound.
Uzi performed at Coachella. Did you see him voguing and shit and dancing and doing what he do? I know you fuck with Uzi. So, like, is that just like a form of, like, artist expression? And what is that about?
Yeah, I think it could be artist expression or something. It's like people, you know, even think about, like, when I was growing up, black people never did gay jokes, and then but white dudes would do gay jokes and shit. It'd just be like a joke to them and shit. So I don't know. It's like niggas could be joking or whatever. It's like I'm not, you know, God is placing no judgment right now.
No, for sure.
No, because I like work with gay people. I like
you
will
work with everybody.
hire them and
Is he like hinting that Uzi is gay?
you know, I had gay people that are my friends. So it'd be funny because somebody, you know, they'll hang with gay people and they'll say something else that's like homophobic, or, you know, we'll use the word fag to try to like diss somebody.
I do not agree with that word's usage, and he was using it in context.
We just say faggot to like
God damn, stop saying it, yay! I don't agree with that word usage. I gotta say it from like the people who support me.
You know, straight person like, yeah, faggot, but happy
God damn it, yay! Stop saying that word.
To me or you, and we're here able to talk. Look at all this shit. They done froze my accounts. They didn't, you know,
How did you survive through the frozen accounts? Like, I always, like,
That's a good question.
go back to when it started to now.
I just had way more money than they thought.
Wow.
Shit.
So they freezing shit at the bank, but there's real life money going on.
Yeah, I just had way more money. I could hold my breath longer. I make money. I have more money. It's like I'm untouchable. They can't fucking stop me. They can't kill me. I got the people. There's nothing I could do or say to lose the people in this lifetime and shit. There's nothing no one could do or say again.
That's an ego we've never. He said, "There's nothing I could do to lose the people." That's almost like cultish. Basically saying I could lead them to their death, their demise. They still will fuck with me.
Against me. This shit is just like ice in the veins, like when my son hit the 3-pointers.
Oh my God, I seen them too. I seen them too.
Yeah.
The genetics is real.
It
Genetics
really is,
a
yeah.
real thing. When you see him, you see your kids.
Yeah.
Do you?
They be talking all that shit. It's like, we could show that. It's like,
No, for real. I mean, me and you was on. I don't mean to flex. Me and you was on a jet, and I asked you who was your favorite rapper. Not the greatest rapper, but who was your favorite rapper?
but it changes.
It changes.
switches.
So at that
Like,
time, you
like-
said 21 Savage. Who's your
Right.
favorite rapper
There's
today?
also Kodak. Let me see. Who did I just hear recently? I was like, man, it's this new rapper out of Baltimore named Moose.
Moose?
We working
Shout
with.
out to Moose, Baltimore.
Let me see.
Yeah, your favorite rapper right now.
But I told you I don't even listen to music, man.
I
I'm
know,
too
but-
busy like getting money.
Gent.
And that's what you want me to say.
I like you talk this money shit. Talk this money
I
shit.
really am too busy getting money to listen to too much music and shit. You know, and sometimes I sit back and enjoy myself after enough money's been got.
Yeah.
You know?
So that's where you at right now.
Yeah, but also it's not just getting the money. It's like we provide a service for the people. That's
By the way, can we take a pause to just reflect on Kodak Black? No matter what his legal problems are, this is why, like, I think he stands head and shoulders over so many artists. And, like, you know, I don't want to compare him directly to any artist, but, like, just think about the artists within his era. This is why he stands so tall, right? He's respected by his not only peers, or even if they try to hate on him, they have to show respect at some point because they probably were influenced by him. But the people that came before him show him supreme respect. He was just on Kendrick Lamar's album. And everybody think Kendrick Lamar is like the epitome and the height of artistry. And then if we think about the artist of all artists, probably the greatest artist of all time when it comes to hip hop, when Kanye West is acknowledging Yak, when you have Kendrick acknowledging Yak, it just shows that he's on a different fucking level, which, hey, it is what it is.
That's how we get the money. That's how we put ourselves in like the Carlos Slim, Pablo Chapo, Putin position, the Vatican position, BlackRock position, the government, U.S. government, Chinese government position. That's how we do it. And it's either that was nothing. So we might as well do that. You're either the colonizer or you're getting colonized. Period.
Talk your shit. That's a download. I mean, obviously you're independent now. Nobody owns you. Nobody controls you. No one could tell you what the fuck to do. How challenging is that? Because, obviously me, I like study the Yeezy religion. I watch everything everybody's talking about.
Religion.
And I feel like after the Super Bowl, so much product was moved that shit can't get to you fast enough. But that's part of being a startup that people got to understand. What are some of the challenges that you face now?
Oh, you talking about like sending out?
Yeah,
it's
like delivery, shipping, the new factory.
This ain't. We'll be Amazon in a minute. You know what I'm saying? Good things come to those that wait. This is art. You part of a startup. You part of an investment into the future. So people have even post something negative. They part of the. There ain't no takedown. It's just a slowdown. You just on the wrong side of the future. If you posting something negative, you're just on the wrong side of the future. Because we out here stepping away from Adidas, like the shit that Kai sent somebody. That's some industry plant shit. He gonna be talking shit about my pants.
So he's an industry plant.
Of course, he's the opposite. Total.
Yo, is that Kai Cenat? Says the industry plant.
Side of the future. If you posting something,
Brittany, bitch, what up with you, girl? Thank you for the 1,000 bits on Twitch. By the way, I'm gonna get to read donations whether on Rumble or YouTube, and thank you to all the new members. Hey, if you guys are getting ads, especially on YouTube, they're just gonna put them in. Become a member on this page, and you will skip all ads. You'll be able to have ad-free experience.
Negative, you're just on the wrong side of the future because we out here stepping away from Adidas, like the shit that. Part of the there ain't no takedown. It's just a slowdown.
Shipping, the new factory.
This ain't. We'll be Amazon.
I want to hear the Kai shit again.
Minute, you know what I'm saying? Good things come to those that wait. This is art. You part of a startup. You part of an investment into the future. So people have even post something negative. They part of the there ain't no takedown. It's just a slowdown. You just on the wrong side of the future. If you posting something negative, you're just on the wrong side of the future because, we out here stepping away from Adidas, like the shit that Kai sent somebody. That's some industry plant shit. He gonna be talking shit about my pants.
So he's an industry plant.
Of course, he's the opposite. Total. Fucking that exact genre is the most industry plants. It's about like influence and mind control. And then he gonna mention my daughter's name a week later. It's like, nigga, don't mention my daughter's name and then you dissing what's paying a $200,000 a month child support.
Wow.
God damn, $200,000 a month. I'm always pocket watching. Wait, he's paying Kim Kardashian, a billionaire, $200,000? $200,000, that's $2.4 million a year. I'm guessing for all the kids, right? Not just for North. Wow, that's crazy. 200 grand. By the way, he's clearly watching Kai, because I didn't even know Kai mentioned North afterwards. Let me see if I could find where Kai mentioned North at. Kai Cenat Northwest. Kai Cenat Northwest. Is this recently? Oh.
North told me that I'm her favorite streamer or like content creator. You feel me? And that's huge, bro. That's huge. You feel what I'm saying? But I've seen like Ty Dolla $ign follow me and shit like that. So I don't know if Ye directly knows who I am.
Oh, okay. So this is before. I don't know when. Okay. Anyway. This is 2 months ago.
No way she got better handles than me, bro.
Quite right, because he doesn't really like the things I like, and I keep accidentally locking myself out of my dorm in the middle of the night. I'm too daisy.
Okay, let's get back to this. Shout out to Kai though.
Wow.
That's the
billionaire child support is different.
Yeah, but it's like, don't mention this and then mention my daughter's name. It's like, it be that kind of shit where I'm like, that don't make God happy.
Wow. Yeah. I mean,
God don't like that.
Man, he don't like that. I mean, music. Vultures 2. Is Vultures 2 coming out? When is it coming out?
It's coming out May 3rd.
May 3rd for sure. Stamp.
Yeah.
There you have it. Vultures 2 coming out May.
Vultures 2 May 3rd. Is that when's that? It's not this Friday, it's next Friday. Good timing, because this Friday is a wash. Taylor is gonna be number 2. She's gonna be number 1 for 2 weeks. And by the way, I'm gonna be honest with you, even dropping 3 weeks out of Taylor, I don't think Vultures 2 is gonna get a number 1. Taylor's that big. No Diddy. Taylor is going to be number one this week. Clearly, she's going to sell 2 million records. Second week, she's going to sell 1 million records. It's going to cut by about 60%. So she's going to sell 2.5 million records, right? 2.5. Then she's going to go to 1, and then she's going to go down to 400 or 300. I don't see Kanye selling over 300. I see him selling 180 or 200. And yeah, so you're not clearing Taylor. If he wants to get a number one, I don't think he should drop the 3rd. He should drop the 10th. And even then, you're still gonna challenge Taylor. But I don't think Kanye gives a fuck about that. I think he just wants to drop his shit. But you do know. Oh yeah. By the way, it's impossible that the Swifties are gonna let Kanye get a number one. Like never. Like it could be the 4th week, 5th week. So he might as well drop whenever. Yeah.
A fucking 3rd. Now I want to speak about relationships. This is one of my favorite topics. Athletes, rappers, all the rich niggas is fucking the same 20 bitches. Why do you think niggas is fucking all of the same bitches? Is it because they understand the lifestyle? Like, what is that about?
And those bitches is fucking the same 20 niggas.
Oh my God. Man.
If you like that.
If you like that. All right, man. We're going to get on random hot topics now. We're on the download. My co-host Ye is here. He's in the building. Shout out to Kodak Black. He slowed down on the drugs and he's feeling happier and gaining a sense of clarity. Why don't none of the real OGs step in and help any of these young niggas in the game that's doing whatever they want? Is it like what is that about? I'll let Really Dope answer this. Really Dope, why niggas like you don't step in and help none of the young niggas that's coming up?
I mean, well, we do from time to time. But how can you control any of them?
Right.
When majority of them are brainwashed by the system.
Right.
Bar.
Wow. There you have it. There you have it. My Chi-Town niggas is here.
Yeah, God speaks.
Yeah.
God has spoken.
Wow. Man, Ye, obviously we got to always speak about Big Pharma versus real drugs on the streets. That's always like a topic that you always, like how's Big Pharma crippling society with everybody being medicated and all of this shit? Like, obviously you have a story.
Yeah, I went through different kinds of medication that just wasn't accurate. It's a matter like, you send doctors out that's just throwing certain kind of pills that people getting addicted. Like I was finna be addicted to fentanyl based off of the drugs they was giving me. So I had that experience, and it's just having the sensitivity. Like us human beings are, we the most, complicated machines. And if someone goes in to work on a jet engine or a computer, people don't give that same kind of care. And these are the doctors, especially in lower income neighborhoods. It's like they want to tear through America, weaken it, then rebuy it and take it back over. So you got like spots with food insecurities where, it could be a kid with a, what is this food card? And it's an EBT card or something like that. Do you know about this? It's like, what do they call? It's like this.
No, EBT cards?
It's EBT cards.
Yeah, EBT cards.
Link cards, EBT cards, and then it's like one of their family members, somebody is drug addict, go take that shit from them, then kids be out here homeless and shit. It's just like, but we have the plans and are working on the plans of just how to put together the best individuals to revitalize our land. Right. You gotta understand. When I say our land, I'm talking about our land, like native. Yeah. Us as the natives, our land. How this run the right way. It's all beat up. You know why it's beat up. You know who beat it up. You know what it is. Like.
Absolutely, man. My next topic is Young Jeezy. Obviously, as somebody you collaborated with and you fuck with. He's trying to get legal custody of his daughter. He's only allowed to see her 8 times a year. As a dad, I know you sympathize with him on this matter. Is there, obviously you've been through this shit at the highest level.
Yeah, it's like we speak on it, but we're not in a position to do anything about it, or we haven't placed ourselves. We need to put ourselves in the power to be able to police ourselves better. Because right now we just running through the system. Like when I do things that like I can't even believe he's alive. Like I'm taking, life chances just to be myself, just to express myself. I could speak on him, he could speak on me. I know when I was having issues seeing my kids, everyone speak up on my t-shirt, White Lives Matter t-shirt, they speak up on a red hat, the pro-Trump hat, and then, but ain't nobody speaking up on whether I'm seeing my kids or not. So, anybody that spoke up on those things, that's what it is. They was put up to do that, but can't nobody pull me to the side, period. But it's, we have to put ourselves in a position to be able to control our families.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. The way Jewish people control their families. This is my thing is my relationship with the Jews. I'm friends with some Jews. I'm not friends with some Jews. It's whatever people.
Should we just skip this part? Yay. You ain't finna get me canceled again, gang. Or he ain't even get me canceled, but every time he speaks about Jewish people, I gotta delete the VODs. I remember the last time when I streamed the last time I streamed him on Drink Champs, I left the VOD up and that shit got our channel fucked up. I'm telling y'all now, I'm deleting this VOD if I play this. The VOD is cooked. I will play it, but the VOD is cooked. All right.
People come up to me talking, ask me questions, tell me to come to Shabbat dinner for like 800th time and shit. Like, nobody got no problem. Like I said, I said what I said. Yeah. I said what I said. And ain't nobody said nothing. Where my apology? Oh, what I was saying was just completely non-factual. So y'all can gaslight me now. But
wow. I'm all right, man. I'm gonna just skip this part, bro.
But don't even come into 12 o'clock now.
Wow. There you have it. I mean, how important is politics and all of this shit that got going on? Like, who's the president? What's the power that the president have? Like, do you vote? Do you give a fuck who's running for president? Like, what does this even mean to the world? Because it's election year.
It's all like, everything's entertainment. This is all entertainment. Who's got the influence? You know, this idea of the black vote, this vote is like what it means, all the complications. That's entertainment. I'm going to just tell you some real simple shit. God runs the world. I am God. I run the world.
What? Yo, Justin LaBoy, you can't laugh after this. It's not as funny as you think. Bro, yo, you've been saying this for like the last hour.
Let me make that very clear.
All right, man. We moving on.
All entertainment. Who's got the influence? You know, this idea of the black vote, this vote is like what it means, all the complications. That's entertainment. I'm going to just tell you some real simple shit. God runs the world. I am God. I run the world. Let me make that very clear.
All right, man. We moving on. The next hottest topic is somebody that you call.
Why that be so funny to you? It's like, I know it's be like make you feel uncomfortable, right? It's like when they came in and just like they put the gun on the table and they start laughing. They know the gun's on the table. It's really there, type shit. You know what I'm saying? This is really God. This is really what happened many times. I don't have the information how many times I've been here, but it's really that. Like, all right.
Absolutely.
Yo, stop it. This is madness. This is madness. Yo, I'm gonna be honest. Like, someone just has to be like, yo, Kanye, you're just not God. Now, if you're talking about on some 5%er shit and you want to feel you're of your God, whatever, that's whatever. But nigga, if you are God and you feel this invincible, I'm gonna need you to turn some water into wine, take five loaves of bread and 3 fishes and feed 1,000 people. I need you to walk on water. I need you to part the Red Sea. Nigga, I'm gonna need you to do something spectacular, nigga, other than make some garments for $20. That's what I'm gonna need you to do, my brother, okay? If you are God, I just need to see the proof. Creating product is not God, okay? Steve Jobs created the same thing that you use every day with the motherfucking iPhone, and that nigga's a corpse, okay? He ain't God either. None of us are God. So if you are God, you're going to have to show us some godlike things. You get what I'm saying? What are you doing? Walk on water, fly one time. Transport. Even Goku was doing that. You can't do that, nigga. Put like this. If Kanye was God or even remotely God, he wouldn't be crying about not being able to see his kid. Like, come on, right? You wouldn't have to link up with like 5 other niggas to eliminate Drake. You snap your fingers. You snap your fingers and get rid of him. Even Thanos could have did that. Thanos could have snapped his finger and got rid of half the population. If you're God, you wouldn't have a problem with Drake. You wouldn't have a problem with seeing your kids. You would be pretty good. What type of you are God? Like, somebody has to ask him, how are you God? Okay, you might be like on the spectrum a genius. Okay, we give you that. You're a genius. You've done amazing thing in design and also in music. But how are you God? Justin LaBoy just keeps smiling. I'm like, yo, I know he's like, this nigga's bad shit crazy, but fuck, this episode about to go up.
Like, they put the gun on the table and they start laughing. They know the gun's on the table. It's really there, type shit. You know what I'm saying? This is really God. This is really whatever many times, I don't have the information how many times I've been here, but it's really that. Like, all right.
Absolutely. Something that I personally wanted to ask you about was the disappointment or the hurt of Pusha T. I mean, you know, you cook, you chop, you put the beats together, you put them in position. What's your whole thoughts or situation with Pusha T. I gotta ask you, bro. Like, we gotta speak on that one. Where do you stand with Pusha? Have y'all spoken lately? What's the whole situation with Pusha T?
I just talked to Pusha the other day. It was good to talk to him, man. Pusha's like
the first time talking to him?
Yeah, it's the first time I talked to him in a couple months and stuff. But I mean, we made good music together. There was a thing like I love to chop for like this genre of rapper, whether it's Jay-Z, whatever it is. Like back in Chicago, like Payroll, it was like a rapper I used to chop up for, and I like to, I would legal chops, like chopping music legally,
right.
And I thought that somehow because I like made beats and made music for somebody that when I couldn't see, my children.
Right.
That these people use their platform because I use my platform on their behalf. Now I realize like no one owes me anything, but there's more than enough people to still get what you need to get done without anyone.
Wow.
And ain't no one person that's gonna stop me from what I'm doing either. So if you depend on somebody who is not giving you what you need, you're the one that's in the wrong. If you call on somebody, they don't pick up. They ain't pick up, bro. But you gonna just keep on, And that's that attachment. You got to get detached. That's why I said by the time we got to like Lil Durk sending those songs, playing with me on that song like that, I was like, all right, detach you.
That Durk shit really bothering you.
No, it's not. That my whole thing is it doesn't bother me as much. I'm using it as an example.
Okay.
If I was, back then, maybe it could have bothered me. It's almost like he got sent over. Get out of here, you bother me. Like it's almost like he got sent over to bother me. Like fuck a Me Too bitch. Fuck fucking apologies. Fuck Jamie Dimon in the press. Fuck all this idea of black vote. Yeah. Fuck people telling me who I could vote on. Yeah. When black people tell me I can vote on.
2024, who we voting on?
if I go to the polls, I most likely I wouldn't vote on the Democrats. Obviously it'd be Trump for sure.
No, for sure, man. The state of music in 2024. Do album sales?
Yeah, I don't think Justin LaBoy is. Well, I mean, this is a different type of interview style too, and I can't knock him for it. He works at Yeezy. I don't think his job is to kind of give pushback, be like, man, wild Trump. I don't really fuck with Trump. I don't think that's his place. I think his place is to set the palette up and whatever Kanye. It's to organize. This is a Kanye rant, except it's organized in topics. And Justin LaBoy's job is to figure out the topics and kind of cue him up, not necessarily to challenge him, right? And I think we kind of are expecting, in most interviews these days, I mean, doesn't Nori does the same with like Drink Champs? They pretty much just set you up. They don't really press you. Remember when Kanye went on Drink Champs? He didn't really press him. Just kind of set him up, and it's kind of like organized thoughts a bit. So I think we're used to interviews where people are challenging people. We can't hold Justin LaBoy to that. I don't think so. So I'm not going to get mad at him.
Still matter to you, because obviously this shit doesn't come across as like sales really matter anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like once upon a time, people were selling 1 million first week, or 2 million first week, or 500,000. That doesn't change the impact of the music. What's your thoughts on first album sales and just album sales in general?
That shit fake. Think about the Taylor Swift got 300 million, 500 million followers.
Right.
Like, okay, so when I put the Super Bowl commercial up, man, we got 3 million people came to the website. It's not even the 20 million I had on Instagram or 500 million Cristiano Ronaldo, Taylor Swift type numbers. It's I had a 7% conversion rate. So let's say if we took
I love when you do math.
500.
I love when Ye does math, y'all. Billionaire doing math on a calculator.
Okay, so say Taylor Swift has 500 million Instagram followers. Right. Is that what she has? Something I don't keep up with that.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Right, so if she had a 7% conversion rate of people who bought her album, whether it's for $1, $10, $20, she would sell $35 million. So that means if she had a 7% conversion rate for people to buy her album at $1, $10, or $20, whatever the cost is, that would be 35 million albums sold. So she's working her ass off, making vinyl and all this shit to even barely sell a million. And they gas up the audiences, dopamines and serotonins, and the artists. Right. Like they tell us these streams they came through. I got off Instagram to not even hear about a stream again. Everybody know the streams.
Is that why you deleted Instagram?
That ain't just one. One of the reasons I deleted it. But I want to say that, think about that. Taylor Swift had a 7% conversion rate the way I do. She would sell 35 million albums, like Thriller numbers. Yeah. Now that's the whole thing for all the celebrities to really be able to capitalize off of their audience? Or is it a bunch of middlemen controlling the market?
Wow.
There are middlemen saying this is what diamonds cost. Wow. And everybody running around like that's why every bar that Drake said means nothing anymore in dropping game. Ain't like drop and do shit. Your raps don't mean shit, nigga. It doesn't mean because the shit is artificial. Lucy and Drake, all the shit is artificial. You know what I'm saying? That's why gods had to come. It's like, pack that boy up. You know, so.
Wow. That's what everybody on.
Yeah.
And, you know, the most viral tweet of the month, someone says, call Ye crazy if you want, but you never see his name in court documents. Where do you draw the line with your, I hate to use this word, with your crazy? Because you've never been in any of these situations. Like, how do you be like, I'm going to do this, but I'm going to draw the line right here to where they can never do nothing to me?
It's just obviously, you know, it's just playing the game of life however I want it. Just if I want to present a challenge for me or whatever, it's like.
I feel like you always know the perfect thing to do, but not too far. Like,
what is too far? What is too far?
You know, as you would say, if you niggas not gonna kill me in the next 24 to 48 hours, shut the fuck up.
And they didn't kill me. You know, I'm still here. So yeah, it's not. It's not a strategy. It's a feeling. It's like I feel this. I feel this now. Let's do this. That's what it is. Like
right.
No one can do exactly what I'm the only person who can do it, and just. You know, everybody should just be happy I'm doing it. They should be happy for what I did, what I'm doing, and what we finna do.
Right.
And cut. Yeah.
Yeah.
To argue about it if you want it. People be mad at God all the time.
No. You on your real God shit today.
Okay.
Independent money versus label money. Obviously, you've had number ones on both sides of the spectrum. Number one
7
records.
times the amount. 7 times the amount.
And the singles?
Yeah, I'm not that good at
Did
the
you do the
market.
math? I mean, you're able to count the money independently now.
Yeah. You know, it's still not, it ain't, money is all relative, right? It's like 4 quadrillion accounted for dollars on the planet Earth. What's money to MBS out in Saudi?
Right.
You know, what's money to the Chinese government? What's money to the Vatican? What's money to BlackRock? You know,
right.
We argue amongst each other. You know, I just like went ahead and made the most money just to be like, don't talk to me about money. And cut. What's next?
Yeah.
Because we here really to build. I said what we're building Drone, what we're building, you know, right here every day we're building towards simplifying our surroundings to provide a happier life for people. You know, I talk shit about these and everything, all this shit high school. Everything I said on this shit is high school to me and shit. I'm like,
you're on a whole different level. But how do you stay inspired when you've done it all? Because like when you still get on these records with everybody, like you're better than them, you're greater than them, you're richer than them, you've accomplished more than them. What the fuck keeps you still going to the booth, going to the studio? What is that in you that it's like you just keep going?
Because
like,
Future and Metro called me to do it. I was like, sounds like fun.
See, that's where I think we praise Kanye a little bit too much. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong. Kanye is great. His greatness exceeds and extends outside of music. Of course, he's a legendary, probably the greatest hip-hop artist of all time. However, the source of his influence is still music. If, you know, again, when all his platforms pretty much got shut down and he's going through whatever with Adidas and, you know, he's losing his bank account, what he always relies on is the fact that culture and our ability to have unilateral trust for him when it comes to music, that's the thing that always is an anchor he uses, right? It's not by dropping a product, because some of those are hit or miss, respectfully. It's music. And I don't know if we could just say that, you know, he's just so loved. I think music is the reason why we always fuck with him, right? You guys tell me if I'm wrong on that.
To me, you know, it's like the Future and Metro call me do it. Sound like fun?
I mean, we about to finish up now. The download episode 1 of the podcast. We're gonna talk about the music industry. What makes Cardi so special to you? Like it's like on some like Ye and like it's like the super young Ye energy. What is it about Cardi?
I saw it. Back when we did season 3. We had a concert afterwards.
Right.
And at the season 3 fashion show, we had a concert, and we were in a smaller venue. And, you know, he went to the stage and just all the kids lit up. Like it was a different level of energy. That was about 10 years ago.
Damn.
And since then, it's just, you know, the trajectory is just crazy. He's getting better and better and just honing his skills. And, you know, he's considered to be the best live performer at this point. Most, you know, even be putting this shit on streaming services and go crazy and stuff like that.
He's definitely a different person.
Yeah.
Who cheats more, men or women?
I don't know. You be online. You can probably tell me better than that. What do you say?
What you done dealt with? Women cheat in a worse way. Like women be on some sneaky shit. You think everything is all good. They love a nigga. They building with a nigga the whole time. You don't even know. That's my take on it, man. I don't really got crushed by these bitches who like, you know, they just be bad people. They be sneaky. Have you been cheated on before?
Absolutely.
As a young adult or recently?
My whole life.
Your
I've had
whole
examples
life.
From what I can, you know.
Next question. Do broke niggas deserve pussy?
Yeah, broke pussy.
Have you ever went through a bitch phone and saw a naked picture she didn't send you?
Yeah, right? How'd that make you feel?
I was heartbroken.
Yeah.
Because I know somebody got them and it wasn't me.
Right.
She lied and said they was for herself. I never seen a woman take a nude for herself before.
Right?
Have you ever went through a girl's phone and seen nude she ain't send you?
Yes, absolutely.
Next question. Have you ever broke up with a girl and she came back sucking dick better?
I'm really thinking about that. Is this bitch sucking dick better?
Where you learned that from? Yeah. Have you ever had a threesome and the bitch outperformed your girl?
Yes. my girl at the time. Yeah.
Do you think a woman can have hoe friends and not do hoe shit?
Hell no. It makes them want to do hoe shit.
Wow. So if your friend a hoe, we can't fuck with you no more.
Or
Yeah.
you just fuck with hoes.
Is one woman and two men considered a train or a threesome?
It could go on to any of those TRs.
No. What would you call it? Would you protect women and call it a threesome?
Threesome, that's spelled a TR.
Or train.
Get rid
Yes.
of that. I call that a gangbang.
And the last question we got here. Would you allow your girl to go to her ex's funeral?
You mean if I killed him?
There you have it. Download episode 1. My new co-host, Ye. We here. We done popped our shit. It's the greatest episode ever, man. We get to talk our shit. It's a billionaire co-hosting my show today, man. Love you, Ye.
Yeah.
Appreciate you for pulling up. We neighbors now, nigga.
Yeah.
Next Friday, make sure you pull up.
Yeah.
We here.
It's kind of dope. That's kind of dope. Let me see. Apparently, this was dropped on the Yeezy website. Yeezy.com. Hey, did y'all see this? Nah, actually, I'm not even gonna play. Kanye gonna DM me getting mad. Nigga, don't you ever play no nigga talking down on the God's clothes. You an industry plant. I don't even do it. Is this the?
You know we had to get the hooligans up here. We're gonna take.
Where's the pod at? I don't know. Apparently the pod is on here somewhere. All right, whatever. Okay. Thoughts, takeaways. What do you guys think about that interview? I was actually very surprised and shocked how revengeful Kanye. Well, actually, not that surprised and shocked. That nigga want Drake gone, man. That nigga want Drake out of here. Kaput. He wants him gone. And this is probably the best opportunity I think that he sees that he could get rid of Drake. I will say this, though. This made Drake, you know, if I'm Kendrick and I'm waiting for Drake to, you know, or I'm about to respond to Drake, when I see shit like this, right? When I see shit like this, it makes Drake look so powerful. And it also makes y'all look like haters, right?
How did this even come about? Who called who?
Oh, yeah. Pluto
Wow.
called me. I went to the studio, laid that, and then we, went through the creative process, adding the chorus, and called the hooligans, called them out in London to get on a joint. And, everybody was very, very excited about the elimination of Drake.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest with you. That is such a L narrative. Even if that's the case, when y'all say it, let me tell you how like the internet works, and it's just how people work in general. Even if they think Drake is a shitty person, nobody ever likes the bully. The bully in any situation, even if they have a good reason, if they do too much, if you feel like, okay, this kind of looks like this is off, you're going to rock with the person being bullied. And Drake, who's been the favorite in the industry for so long, again, I've said this particularly. I said other than the exception of Ross, I guess we're gonna put Kanye to the side too. We don't know why these other guys don't like Drake. I mean, the working theory is that it's over girls, but if it's probably deeper than that. maybe all these guys legitimately have a gripe, or maybe Drake does some shiesty shit to all of them. When y'all put it across in, oh, we're coming together to get rid of him, it actually make his fans mobilize more. Like, people like, what? Wait, y'all just all mad at him and just trying to eliminate him? Rather than y'all say exactly what he did. Now, if everybody shared the story of how Drake did fucked up shit, fucked people over, lied, deceived people, did shitty stuff, people might be like, yeah, it's about time, like, he get out the way. Right now, it still just looks like niggas is just hating on Drake. And that actually helps Drake's narrative, because when he's rapping and he says lines like, what the fuck is this, a 20v1 nigga? That actually has more energy, because people are like, yeah, these niggas are actually jumping you. They're looking like they're hating. They're all agreeing that they're in a conglomerate going against you. And if I'm Kendrick, I don't want to be in that conglomerate. I don't want to be with Metro. I don't want to be with Kanye. I don't want to be with y'all, because here's the thing. My fate becomes tied to y'all, right? Because if he gets off a W on y'all, they going to say he got off a W on me. So I think that Kendrick would probably rather the field be leveled and clear. Ross, please shut up for a bit. You could get Drake after me. No Diddy. Okay? Kanye coming in with all this God complex shit like, yo, you created the world and on the seventh day you rested. Nobody want to hear that shit, nigga. And then, of course, you have Metro, who seems to just be like using everybody as a pawn to checkmate Drake. That just doesn't help, if you ask me, Kendrick. Okay? But, I digress. I could be wrong on that. Anyway, that was one of my takeaways about that. Kanye's ego is still on 1 million. Not surprised about that. By the way, randomly, J. Cole, J. Cole got slammed. Is this the part he slams J. Cole? Listen to this shit again.
Before we change subjects, J. Cole apologized to Kendrick.
Fuck all that pussy shit.
Oh, shit.
Fuck all that shit.
There you have it.
Yo, fuck all that shit, man, because it's like that nigga J. Cole went on tour with Drake. He know what it is. It's like, nigga, you can't run now. It's you also, all this like.
It's up for Cole, too?
If you say Cole, you can't say up and Cole in the same sentences.
Trying to use the reference that J. Cole put you to sleep. But here's the thing about even him saying that, right? Yo, Kanye, like, I like that energy, right? Because that is a hip-hop type energy. But yo, Kanye, you, Jay Prince, and Drake stood next to each other and made like some video, which like y'all were all reading from some whatever. Look, remember this?
This is Jay and Jay Prince. I'm making this video to address the ongoing back and forth between myself and Drake. Both me and Drake have taken shots at each other, and it's time to put it to rest. I'm asking Drake on December 7th to join me on stage as a special guest to share the 2 biggest albums of the year, live in Los Angeles, with the ultimate purpose being to free Larry Hoover. I believe this event will not only bring awareness to our cause, but prove to people everywhere how much more we can accomplish when we lay our pride to the side and come together.
By the way, I also want to put this in perspective on what's the name of that song? Sicko Mode. Let's look at the lyrics. The nigga basically gave directions how he was driving to your house, where your kids live at, when he said he crept down the block, made a right, cut the lights. Look, I crept down the block, made a right, cut the lights, paid the price. Niggas think it's sweet. It's on site. Nothing nice. But gets in my eyes like, come on, bruh. Jesus Christ, checks over stripes. He did at the time you were with Adidas. That's what I like. That's what we like. Lost my respect. You not a threat. When I shoot my shot, that shit wetty like I'm Shaq. Like, come on. He says, see the shots that I took, hey, wet like I'm Book, hey, wet like I'm Lizzie. I be spinning valleys, circle blocks till I'm dizzy. He was rapping about driving around Calabasas looking for your bitch ass. And then you came back and you copped the plane. That's some J. Cole shit.
Hey, Prince. I'm making this video to address the ongoing back and forth between myself and Drake. Both me and Drake have taken shots at each other.
Also, this is after, remember when Kanye said, he tried to do the Meek. Kanye asked for Drake address. Remember when he did that? Oh, actually, he shared the address. I'm not even gonna post it. I ain't even gonna post it. But he had asked for it. He leaked the address like he was about to pull up type shit. Feel me?
And it's time to put it to rest. I'm asking Drake on December 7th to join me on stage as a special guest to share the 2 biggest albums of the year live in
Look at Jay Prince just right there, like
Los Angeles, with the ultimate purpose being to free Larry Hoover. I believe this event will not only bring awareness to our cause, but prove to people everywhere how much more we can accomplish when we lay our pride to the side and come together.
and the video ends with Larry. Oh no, not Larry. Oh my God, stop. The video ends with Jay Prince saying "beautiful," like yes, boy.
Yeah. Our pride to the side and come together. This is Jay and Jay.
Right? And then we seen, I think it was a picture, right? Drake, Kanye, Jay Prince picture. There's a picture which both look like they were fucking held hostage. The craziest part of this whole damn picture? Y'all wanna know the craziest part? Jay Prince Jr. still had the wired headphones on, my nigga. Keeping a G with the old pose, like, you know he an old head, like, he's still posing like he in the 80s, nigga. Then Drake standing right here. I think this is at the embassy. So, nigga, you asked for the nigga address, tweeted it out, then you went to his house to take a picture with him. Kanye looks like a corpse. Drake looked like, man, big homie, I gotta do it for you. None of them look like they want to be here. This nigga is flexing. He's having a good old time. This nigga Jay Prince having a good old fucking time, bro. Drake not doing no duck lips in this picture. No duck lips happening in this picture. And then, is Kanye West's eyebrows gone? What the hell? No eyebrows, yay? Nigga has a VIP like placard around his neck. What the hell? And I ain't gonna lie though, I will be honest. Cause I think this is why Drake also was probably a little felt the way too. Yo, look, Kanye, and y'all know I'm a Drake fan. Kanye washed Drake on stage. He washed that nigga. Kanye, free Larry Hoover concert. Drake was like performing new hits. Yo, that nigga. I probably gotta speed this extra up. See, Drake was. When did Drake?
Virgil got a paddock on my wrist going nuts. Niggas call me slipping once, okay, so what?
Niggas call me slipping once, okay, so what? Hey, I ain't gonna lie. That nigga, weren't they on stage together at the time? Oh, yeah, Kanye came back on stage to kill shit. Yo, this shit was so crazy that Drake was like tearing up watching this shit. I think it was the end of the show. Oh, look at both of them. It's kind of crazy how, like, bro, look, they were walking around on stage. Look, they were friends. Kinda, right? Where's the part? I think Kim K came out. Hold on. All right. We can't really play these performances, but let's do this. Kanye West, free Larry Hoover set list. His set list violated Drake. Look, the nigga performed straight hits. Jesus Walks, All Falls Down, Gold Digger, Touch the Sky, Stronger, All the Lights. Yo, if this was a versus, washed. I'm sorry. All Day, Mercy, Good Life, Flashing Lights, Say You Will, I Wonder, Find Your Love. Jesus. Jeez. What did Drake do? Let's find Drake's. Yeah, see, Drake kept it. Drake's set list was this: 24, wants and needs, no friends in the industry, what's next, life is good, well, I miss you too. What the fuck is that? Laugh now, cry later. Girls want girls in the Bible. What the hell? Way too sexy. Knife talk and God's plan. Like, with all due respect, Kanye set that nigga up, man. He basically had a virtual verses and violated Drake. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'll be honest. All right. Okay. It's going on, people. Let's see what's going on in the rap world. Again, if you missed early on, we premiered Quavo's diss song to Chris Brown. Chris Brown has been since responding. Someone said Drake wrote Kanye's set list. Did he? How we know that? It said Chris Brown responded to Quavo's latest diss. He said that shit don't even need a response. Take off rap better. Right? There's actually more response. You could actually go to Chris Brown's Instagram story.
Man, oh man. So, you feel me? Kanye West, I don't know why we're acting surprised, bro. Like, Kanye, he despises Drake probably more than anybody else you possibly could think of. So, we should not be surprised that he hopped on the Like That remix. It's Kanye West. He despises Drake. You feel me? He's always saying Drake did this to him, Drake did that to them. So no one should really be surprised that Day is on this. And like they literally assembled like the anti-Avengers or Dark Avengers, you feel me, to take out Drake. But man, we just gotta wait out and see how this goes. It's crazy because even J. Cole like switched up, which is so crazy. Like, I did not imagine for J. Cole to switch up. Let me know in the comments below. Did y'all expect J. Cole to switch up as well on Drake? I'm not saying like he necessarily switched up, but like, bro, it's size, obviously. It was J. Cole and Drake versus everyone else. And then what does J. Cole do? Oh, I apologize. This is that. And then he hops on the album. That's some weird stuff, bro. Like, I don't know. But hey, that's the difference when you're the GOAT, bro. Everyone wants to be in Drake's position. They'd kill to be in Drake's position. Even how big they all are right now, I ain't gonna lie. Excluding Metro, but like, I ain't gonna lie, as producers, there's in like 10, 15 years, you feel me? There's gonna be a bunch of new producers in Metro booming. Like, people aren't really gonna be listening to Metro like that. But like, people like who, like Kendrick Lamar, I feel like he's gonna go down like a Jay-Z lane in the future, like just like talking all that extra stuff. So he's probably still gonna be relevant in like 10 years. We're talking about 10 years. Future is future, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, for the ATL Mount Rushmore, he's definitely there easily. And Drake, you feel me? Drake's gonna be there. But everyone else, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Weeknd too. Weeknd got it. I ain't gonna lie. Weeknd does have it too. But everyone else, bro, like, I really want to say Travis Scott too, but I don't know. Is Travis Scott really still gonna be around in 10 years? He might. You feel me? He might. But hey, we just gotta wait and see, bro. It's like rap Avengers versus Thanos. So yeah, it's your boy Big Act News. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. What do you think Drake did to make all these motherfuckers so mad? Let me know in the comments below. I'm up.